Hi guys, I'm Zari Ismail from OK Let's Go Singapore. You're listening to Ricardo and Kenny, the number one podcast in Sabah, Kinabalu Podcast.
Baik, podcast ini dibawakan khas oleh zat minuman botani formulasi terkini diperkayakan dengan berbagai khasiat. Zat minuman botani pasti akan membantu anda kekal aktif dan meningkatkan kecergasan dalam melakukan rutin harian anda. Zat minuman botani sesuai untuk seisi keluarga. The price for zat is Rm35. Okey, harga terkini, okey, harga terbaru. It is cheap, RM35 sahaja, dan dapatkan diskaun anda sebanyak RM2 setiap pembelian dengan menggunakan kod Kinabalu semasa check out. Layari laman web mereka www.malasa.com.my untuk membeli sekarang. Ikuti mereka di FB, di IG @zat.sihat. Boleh juga WhatsApp mereka di 017-512-3401. Hoi. Selamat kembali ke podcast nombor 1 di Sabah. Saya Ricardo dan saya bersorangan lagi. Masih lagi di second episode ni bersorangan. It is very hard to come out with any episodes that when you are doing it alone. Of course, we are one of the most consistent one in Sabah. We are the most pioneered one in Sabah. By the way, kita antara paling awal 2020. We started 2020. Okay, it is really kira lama sudah 2023 dan coming to 2024, man. So adalah obstacles here and there, adalah naik turun dia, adalah come and goes and everything. Then I'm trying to set my time with Faizal, but at the same time Faizal also have his own commitments, dan dia pun orang bilang ada keluarga dia, and he lives actually far. For him to be committed doing this daripada dulu, masa first awal dulu tu, aku sangat respect lah. It is not easy, by the way. And selalu recording sampai pukul 1, pukul 2, you know. Kami start recording dulu pukul 10 malam and all. Then they still datang every night. Kadang-kadang 3 kali, when 3 sponsors masuk 3 kali a week. And after that dia minta rehat. And then now Kenny pula gone, and I call back Faizal and still need to, you know, figure out time and everything, which is sponsor pun sudah busy. But anyhow, we are still sorting our problems up, which is kamu bukan mau, it is not your problem about on that one. Itu adalah masalah saya, masalah Kinabalu podcast, masalah net. Then to tell you guys, the first episode 2 was recorded like a week ago. Can you believe that? No, I think 3-4 days ago. And now it is baru terrecord yang second episode. Can you really believe that, man? So, you know, can you imagine that? And it's 1:14 a.m. in the morning, and it's Monday, and I'm gonna upload this today, right after the recording. And I want to tell you guys what happening Tuesday, which is Tuesday. There's an episode will be out from KLpodcast. So I just want to tell you a brief story. I was invited by KLpodcast podcast, and they are one of the top 10 in Singapore. Used to be number 1 juga, you know, fluctuate lah. Macam harga emas lah, fluctuate. But diorang kadang nombor 1, nombor 2, nombor 10, nombor 5. But they're one of the most the most listened one lah in Singapore. And diorang selalu bahasakan diorang podcast yang paling tercorot di Spotify, which is I think the same lah macam Kinabalu podcast. We say we are number 1 in podcast in Sabah. Is a narrative that we want to tell everyone that first, don't judge the book by its cover lah. Kan? Begitu juga dengan diorang, begitu juga the rest of the podcast yang ada. But aku mau cerita one specific thing. Okay, probably alone is not so good to banter on this ataupun to share with you guys, but adakah disappointment ataupun adakah just sharing or whatever is about the KLPODFEST. Okay, I don't think KJ and Sharil is new with podcasts. Yes, they're new with keluar sekejap, but I don't think they're that. I think they're familiar with listening to podcasts before that. But I don't know the culture. I don't know the culture of. I don't know they really understand the culture or not. Why? Because I think too fast for them to do a KL podcast. Kita support, of course we like it because tak pernah dibuat first ever in Malaysia, appreciating all those podcasts yang ada di Malaysia ni lah, and also Singapore. Okay, by the way. And why I say that, because satu, I think they too soon without macam, I bukan saya underestimate their knowledge, and diorang ni bekas menteri, you know menteri and wakil rakyat and everything. Of course they're genius. They have graduated in big universities juga in America, and I'm not sure about Shariah, probably London or something. But in podcast culture, you know, we learn a lot from Okay Let's Go in Singapore punya podcast punya industry, where how they monetize the content, how we follow how we monetize our content ataupun our podcast, and also we know the culture. They're gonna do a live show, they're gonna sell merchandise, and they have not really specific kind of genre when they speak. Ada yang ada set juga genre when they on their episode, on their session. For example, macam Malam Seram, of course cerita pasal hantu saja, orang share, dia baca, and dia buat live show. Who's the name again? I forgot the name. Oh man, Malam Seram, this dude, I forgot. But yeah, dia jual show sold out. Dia beli seorang saja, and cerita pasal hantu punya cerita, you know. And also Okay Let's Go, of course they sold out 5,000 tickets. And then they did a roast sudah, dorang sudah ada buat OLG Fest, and then this coming December pun they are doing one. They're having their own individual shows, some of them having another vertical of podcast. But like keluar sekejap doing very political. They talk about political things, which is banyak orang suka. I think focus group dia lebih kepada yang, you know, probably yang into politics and 30 above or 40 above probably. But yang mindset dia into wanting to know the political point of view daripada kacamata diorang lah berdua. That thing. So when they want to do a KLpodFest ataupun a podfest lah, festival podcast lah kiranya, what is the antipati? Are they gonna like, I don't know, they're selling tickets for shows yang orang pilih mau pergi mana-mana. So I believe there will be a live recording podcast from yang dorang invited tu, termasuk Okay Let's Go ada, Malam Seram pun ada kan. So I mean, we used to that. We can listen to them in the podcast, right? Mungkin tak juga mahal. I saw macam I think 50 gitu, ada beberapa lah. I think tak sampai 100 over lah. I'm not sure, I haven't checked by the way. What I disappoint, apa yang aku rasa disappointed is like, I salute Okay Let's Go, I salute Malam Seram, they are good. Having them is really traction for the KLpodFest. Having, of course, keluar kejap banyak followers on YouTube, on Instagram or in Spotify, on their focus group yang follow. I don't think that much of 17 years old ataupun onwards to 20, I'm not sure. Onwards to 20, kebanyakan. Aku 25 tahun, aku belum cerita pasal politik pun. Probably aku bodoh lah, I can say that, probably aku bodoh. But I don't know the mentality now. Yet they know analytically dorang ada tu. Macam kami tahu apa group of age yang mendengar. But okay, beside that, you doing recording and then what? Okay, and then what? So for me, I think if I were gonna do ataupun get involved with it, with Podfest, is having as much vendors that I can. Do a clinic, do a workshop during that time, and then at least ada 100 over booths probably yang selling things about podcast, about the equipments, about the microphones, cables, stands, or video ataupun camera, lighting system, MacBook ataupun computer ataupun recorder, interface, headphones, and many type of yang related podcast atau video podcast lah. And then probably ada jual buku or manual, and then each of the booth probably you can call up many podcast yang ada di Sabah ni, di Malaysia ni, buka dorang punya booth masing-masing, give them a good price so they can promote their podcast there, and then yang like us, kami ada listeners in Singapore, kami ada listeners in Semenanjung, they can come to the booth and meet us up, directly, and we can have our own recording walaupun kita tidak kena featured in the ticketing sales ataupun in the main stage. Because I believe Khairi Jamaluddin atau Syaril biasa pergi festival. I think yang baru-baru ni dia dah pergi juga. He was spotted in the concert, Coldplay punya concert. But itu concert. But like me, I've been dealing with many festivals before. Like one of it, like macam the closest one, Borneo Rainforest Music Festival. Which is annually dibuat di Sarawak, and how they do it, memang awesome. Diorang ada booth selling related to musical, they got many booth yang selling music, yang rainforest music, all daripada Indonesia, daripada Brunei, daripada all over the continent yang diorang panggil. Lepas tu diorang ada workshop, kau boleh jalan pergi rumah ini untuk ada workshop untuk macam mana music, ada small shows, ada meet and greet with some yang buat show di situ, and diorang ada 2 stages, diorang ada a few nights of shows. It's happening. Dia memang related to the Rainforest Music Fest in Sarawak, and banyak sudah pernah turun, big artist pun pernah turun to Rainforest Music Festival. And also I went to Soul Nation Fest in Indonesia, in Jakarta. You know what? Okay, kau beli tiket, kau masuk, kau nampak booth. Di booth tu ada vendors yang jual makanan sebab orang akan lapar. Di sana kau ada mini stages. If I'm not mistaken, Soul Nation last time ada 7 stages kah? Small stages. Ada 1 big stages and 1 big, the biggest one, main stage diorang. And then kau boleh pergi ikut dia punya jadual, ikut timing dia, ada apps dia, kau boleh tengok apps dia. Okay, pukul ni sian ni. I think Soul Nation, I watch Robin Thicke perform, live, in front of my eyes. Diorang ada jual tiket yang for shows, kau boleh pilih. Diorang ada tiket for yang kau boleh, yang all access for the whole 3 days, and including the main stage punya show. And I went to Java Jazz Fest pun sama, diorang ada jual musical instruments, diorang anything related to musical punya show, stage, lighting, books, records, music, CDs, computer yang related to making music ada di sana, Lepas tu ada tempat makan, because orang lapar, atau jual air, and also diorang punya stage pun sama, berbeza. And I watch Stevie Wonder, man, there. No joking shit. If I was with, I think Stevie Wonder, I watched with Andy Merican, one of my good buddy from KL. And I think I was with Nabil Zamanuri juga during that time. We watched together during that time. And I think I met Hafiz pun masa tu. I thought, Hafiz on my right side. And many artists juga masa tu. And I tell you, it is really a festival that yang memang related to a music fest. So KLpodFest, what are you having? Just a show? We don't know. So bila kamu buat kamu punya press conference and you call up and name yang siapa berada di situ, disappointed juga because kamu overlooking kamu terlimpas ataupun terlepas Sabah dan Sarawak punya podcast punya industry yang ada. For example kami lah, Kinabalu podcast, ataupun in Sarawak kita ada Barinak Barim. Bukan to be on the main stage, but at least for the booth, we can set up our booth, give us whatever. Kalau kami bayar pun, probably half price kah for the podcast yang sudah more than 3 years kah, atau more than 2 years, ataupun yang ada following sudah kah, or kamu mau kami charge murah-murah pun, we pay because we want to be part of it. Bukan kami mau kenapa kamu nak panggil kami, kamu bodoh lah kamu nak panggil kami, bukan begitu. But this is our passion, man. Kami fikir macam kami neglected, macam kami macam abandoned. macam Sabah dan Sarawak, macam in podcast pun tak abandon juga, like the real kerajaan, in a political kind of way lah juga. You guys know kan, like ni daripada Kota Marudu is one of yang termiskin, 7 negeri daerah yang termiskin di Malaysia, man. So apa lagi saya mau rasa kalau begitu kan. So for Khairi Jamaluddin Syahil, if you listen to this, if you should, I don't know, I saw Za from OK Let's Go punya, kamu ada buat meeting and all secara online and everything. I don't know what you guys discuss with. Za is awesome, dia tahu apa ni culture. But the rest of the podcast, they just talk and they just banter and all. Of course they have to follow me, but what else to do in a podfest? This is my idea. Kalau kamu dengar ni, Syaril and KJ, because I know you guys are organizing this, probably with Tiba Podcast juga. I think you should really call us up lah, the Sarawakian and Sabahan punya podcast. And you should really do that, what I'm telling you guys. Probably lah, booth and all. Itu aku punya cadangan. So abandon, I don't know, because dorang dahulu kan lagi Singapore kan, KLpodFest. But I like okay, let's go, Malam Seram, of course, KC Champion. Yeah, now I remember the name. Having them attraction for you. Probably orang mau buy their ticket saja. Of course, keluar sekejap, yeah, you guys got many followings and all. But what else? A live recording only? What else then? And my friend ada, one of our avid listeners, Najib bilang dia ada cuba beli tiket, tapi tiket semua pukul 10. Lepas tu pindah pergi Sunday. It's sort of like that. So macam ada kekeliruan dan kekelangkabutan sikit. Bagi aku macam the next best thing to announce to do is by mid of next year probably. Diorang keluar sekejap pun baru. And of course they got their team, they got funded, probably they got money to do it. Kami, who wanna acknowledge us yang doing everything ourselves? And who actually got the pick? Because kamu take di Spotify top 10 tu yang kamu panggil, ataupun macam mana kamu buat pemilihan kamu untuk pergi di main stage? Kamu takut orang kami contoh Kinabalu Podcast ada show, ada main stage, lepas tu 10 orang saya datang, probably we don't want to be on main stage, but we want to be part of it, which is kami kena bagi booth, and kami boleh ada meet and greet with our people. We can do a live recording there, and we can panggil orang and sit with us for a while di situ di booth and have a recording. We just want to feel belong and feel yang kami part of it, yeah, man. So what is KLpodFest ni? Ada apa? But aku bukan underestimate. Probably diorang buat yang apa yang aku cakap pun, sebab memang pun itu diorang akan buat. But kalau diorang buat, which is good, but jangan lupa Sabah and Sarawak is part of Malaysia, and Sabah and Sarawak podcast is part of the podcast industry in Malaysia. We're gonna take a short break. Of course, podcast ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Zat Minuman Botani. Formulasi terkini diperkayakan dengan berbagai khasiat. Zat Minuman Botani pasti akan membantu anda kekal aktif dan meningkatkan kecergasan dalam melakukan rutin harian anda. Zat Minuman Botani sesuai untuk seisi keluarga anda. Zat harga dia hanyalah Rm35 sahaja, dan dapatkan diskaun sebanyak RM2 dengan menggunakan kod kami Kinabalu semasa check out, dan layari laman web mereka di www.mylaster.com.my untuk membeli sekarang. Ikuti FB dan juga IG mereka di @zihat @zat.sihat. Boleh juga order melalui WhatsApp di 0175123401. Jangan ke mana-mana, kita akan kembali selepas ini.
Hai, saya Ahmad Sabah. Jangan lupa dengarkan Kinabalu Podcast, podcast nomor 1 di Sabah.